Hello everyone. So in this session, we are going to discuss Git installation. Okay, if you want to work with Git, so you need to install the Git. So how you can install the Git? So for that, yes, no, go to your Google. So first of all, in your local machine, you need to install Git Bash. You can search Git Bash download. And here you can check once you search Git Bash download, this is a download Git, and you can download. So based on your operating system, you can select. Suppose we are working with Windows operating system, you can select Windows. And then once you select your Windows operating system, then you can select yes, no, 32-bit, yes, 64-bit. If your operating system 64-bit, so you can select and you can download. So once you click here, you can check here, it will start to download. You can check it will start to download. So it's very simple. Yes, no, once it downloaded, yes, no, just you need to double click and next you need to do. So it will install. So in my case, already I have Git, yes, no. So once you install, yes, no, you can search also. And in the search bar, you can check here Git Bash. This is the Git Bash. Okay, how we can use, I will discuss later on. But here you can check here, once you have downloaded, you can check here we have downloaded. So just nothing you need to do, double click. You need to double click on this Git Bash. It will ask yes, you can press yes. And you can check here. It will ask to install. Just you can click on install, it will install. Nothing you need to do, very simple way. So in my case, already have installed, so no need to install in my machine. And one more thing, guys. So Git Bash you need to download and install in your local machine. Okay, so here we have central repository. So you can search GitHub. Okay, so you can go to the GitHub. Let's now we open our GitHub also. So GitHub actually you can use to make repository in central. So github.com. So you can check here, this is a github.com. So you can open that github.com and first you need to make an account. So in my case, already have account. You can check here if you open in next browser where we have not logged in. So GitHub, just you can search github.com. Let's we open that github.com. Once you search github.com, you can check here. So first of all, you need to make an account. This is a central repository. Yes, no, if you want to create central repository, suppose multiple developer working on a project. So all developer, first of all, is developing code in your local machine. Once they have finished the code, they can post the code, they can post our task in central repository. So we can manage one central repository where all the developer needs to push the code once they have done. So you can make here no account in your central repository. So you can click sign up option. You can make an account by entering your username and password and you can enter. Or otherwise you can click sign in option and once you create an account, you can enter username and password. And once you enter username password, you can log in. So you can check here. Once you log in, you can check here. In my case, yes, no. This is my GitHub URL. So I already have login. So this is a dashboard. You can check here. This is your dashboard. You can click on this dashboard. So this is a GitHub. Okay, here you can check here if you want to make any repository. So you can make a repository. If you want to make any repository, you can check in your central repository. Yes, no, there is option new. Already we have created some repository, but in this series, I'm going to create new repository from the scratch. So here you can check here there is option new. Simple way you can create new repository. So you can check once you create a new repository. So now here you can provide your repository name. You want to create repository what name? you can provide name of your repository. Suppose here I am going to create one repository with name DevOps training. I am going to create one repository with name DevOps training. And now after that, if you want to give some description about your repository, yes or no? So you can give just like this is repository, yes or no, repository for DevOps training purpose, DevOps training purpose. So you can give any description. It is optional. It is not mandatory. It is up to you. If you want to give, you can give. And then repository or maybe public or private. So if you want to allow to access, yes, no, your repository to anyone, it means anyone can access your repository over the internet. You can make as a public. Private repository, it means if you are not interested to expose to everyone, so you can make as a private. But here we are going to make as a public because we want to expose this repository to anyone. And then just nothing you need to do, yes, no, you need to create a repository. Just click on the create repository. And now you can check here, it will create one repository. So DevOps training repository is created. And now later on, I will show how we can use, but our one repository is ready. So once this is your central repository. Now suppose as a developer working in your local machine. So you can check here, go to our local drive, D drive. This is my local machine. In my local machine, I have created one folder DevOps. Under that, we have opened one folder Git I have created. We can open that Git folder. Okay, under Git folder, I'm going to create new folder like, now we create new folder Git practice folder. I have given the folder name like Git _ practice. I give the folder name like Git for practice. So this is suppose under that, yes, no, we are working, suppose we are placing our code in this directory. So this directory is called as a working directory. So here you need to understand one thing, what is a working directory? Working directory means in which directory developers are working is called as a working directory. So when you're working with Git, there are some terminology that you need to understand in more detail. So just like you have created this repository, this is a repository. But this repository you have created in a central, in a internet. But now when developer start to work, yes, no, developer working in your local machine, suppose developer have created one directory, under that directory they have placed the code. So the developer using which directory for working is called as a working directory. Okay, so suppose if you want to open Git bash, so here the right click you can here and you can open Git bash. So once you open Git bash, you can check here, this is a Git bash. And you want to check what is your working directory, you can say your working directory is a Git practice. If you want to list out, yes, a PWD. PWD means present working directory. So what is your working directory? This is your working directory in which you are working. Yes, no? D drive under DevOps folder, we have Git folder. Under Git folder, we have Git practice folder. So this is your working directory in which you are currently working. Okay, so now we have closed this Git. Later on, we will check how we can use. So here we have discussed in this session how we can install the Git. So first of all, you need to install Git bash in your local machine. And then you can create one remote, yes, no, repository over the internet in GitHub. You can create an account in GitHub. Later on, I will use this repository, DevOps training. So I hope it's clear, how we can install Git. Thank you.